My name is Maria Fernandez, and I want to speak to you about vitamin D. Yes, the sunshine vitamin. I want to talk to you about vitamin D because half of the population is deficient in vitamin D. And a lot of people are not aware that vitamin D enhances our immunity. It makes our host immunity prepared to fight cold, viruses, and even coronavirus. So how do you get vitamin D? Most people have the assumption, right, that vitamin D comes through our food, vegetables and fruits. And that's sort of correct. You could get some vitamin D from foods like salmon, tuna, grass-fed beef liver, foods like that, eggs, egg yolks, milk that is fortified with vitamin D3. Some cereals are. However, that's not enough. Okay, so where else can we get vitamin D without having to take supplements, right? How can we naturally? Well, vitamin D is produced in our skin through sunlight. Now, this is something that I just recently learned, and I want to share with you because if I learned this, maybe many of you know it, and good. But for those of you that may not know, this might be of service to you, which provides value. And that's what I'm here for, to help and share and spread this knowledge that I was not aware about. So I learned that it is important that when we go out to the sun and walk outside, that we do it when the sun is high and at a degree of 45. So when we look at our shadow has to be either shorter or the same height as us. So when the sunlight, if you look at your shadow and it's taller than you, you're not going to be making UVB light, which you need UVB in order to make vitamin D. There's two kinds of rays, UVB and then UVA. UVA is the bad one. That's the one that people are always telling you to put sunblock and protect. And you don't want too much UVA because yes, UVA damages and makes you look older and can cause cancer. And now, let me make this clear. It's a trade-off. And so usually when you are outside for a very limited amount of time. If you're out sitting in the sun for a long period of time and you get sunburn, there's the likelihood of getting cancer. However, when we go outside and it's 12 o'clock, a light-skinned person, all they need is 15 to 20 minutes of that solar UV light, okay, to get at least 20,000 IUD. It's so important, okay? And a person that's darker, like me, I'm a little darker than a fair-skinned person, I need probably about an hour without sunscreen protection. And guess what? If you're black, African American, and by black I mean like there's Haitian people, there's dark Dominicans, there's dark Puerto Ricans, there's people from like Philippines that are dark. We need more because we have more melanin in our skin. Therefore, we need more sunlight because that's how we were raised, always to be out in the sun. So when we come up to places like New York and Maine and New Hampshire, we are in the winter months, we are more cooped up. We're more inside. We're inside our jobs. We're sitting down and we don't get much of that great vitamin D sunlight that is available to us. Okay, so a lot of the people that are developing vitamin D deficiencies are those people that usually when we get sick, the immune system can't help, and it doesn't help. It doesn't protect you because you don't have enough vitamin D in your system. So another thing that I learned is that if you're thinking you're getting vitamin D because you're driving and the sun is hitting your face, nope. The glass doesn't allow UVB to come through, right? If it's cloudy, if it's overcast, you're not getting vitamin D because UVB light is not coming through. You know, the ozone and the earth, when the light penetrates, it reflects. So it's not at all times that you could get this beneficial sunlight. So it's important that you learn this technique of when to go and do your nature walk out in the sun and bathe. For example, today I went outside right at 12. I looked at my shadow, and my shadow was shorter, and I raised my shirt up and I took the sun in my torso. Yes, I went, I let the girls out because I was in a very private space. And basically, you want it in that space that doesn't hit the light as much, because our face and our arms will help us get a little bit of sunlight. However, we don't want so much sun in our light, because you have that trade-off of UVA light hitting your skin. So you want it in parts that don't see the sun, because it's a bigger area and it will produce more of that vitamin D. Okay, so there's a lot of studies. Everything that I'm saying to you could be researched. So just say vitamin D deficiency and people getting more colds and more flus. Just look that up for yourself, for your own research. Look up how Black children have twice as many pneumonia cases than white children. Yeah, because the vitamin D helps our respiratory system. Okay, so UVB doesn't penetrate through clothing, and I think I said everything I need to say. Please share this if you found this helpful, and get your vitamin D. 12 to 2 usually in the winter months, and then in the summer 10 to 3 is a bigger open wide case. And just get, if you're a fur light skinned person, get 20 minutes and then put on your sun protection if that makes you feel better about protecting yourself. And then for the people like me who are darker, do an hour. And then for people who are way darker, at least 2 hours of sunlight 3 times a week at least. Blessings.